Well, this young lady is opening doors in a lot of ways. Renowned actress in the theater industry with over 13 years of experience since her commercial debut in Patrick Brown's Woody's Last Stand. She's been in over 24 theater productions. If I name them, they're all your favorites.
Yes, ma'am, that's true.
She's an Actor Boy Award winner. Best Supporting Actress in Saving Alligator High. And in addition, she's done several radio and television commercials.
A big actress, man.
She did such an amazing job in the animated role of Usain Bolt's mother in The Boy Who Learned to Fly. And she's done quite a bit of film work. Peter Gay in The King of Dance Hall. That's a big Nick Cannon film.
Yes.
And Mrs. Brown in Mango Wars.
Who are we talking about?
We say good afternoon to Camille Davis on the Two Live Crew. Hey, Camille.
Good afternoon.
How you
But
doing?
it sounds hi, Johnny. Hi,
Hey.
Delia.
Hey.
Well, it sounds like I need to be recording then. Me have to find somebody song to sing over.
No. You're a big star. You're a big star. Remember, you know, the song now carry nothing till the video nice.
Yes.
Oh, gosh. That's
So you and Muffa have no leave the
Lord.
door
All right.
open.
Yes, and you know, Camille in the video.
Yes. When Camille leave the door open, you say, watch that.
Look here now.
Wow, 13 years, Camille. Did you even envision a career this successful when you
God.
started?
No, I didn't even know I would have started. It was just a dream. Just a dream, you know, a little girl had in a place called Keto that's not even on the map. So it's just something I wanted to do, and I always, you know, I've been so shy. People don't believe that, but I've been, you know, I'm a very shy person, reserved, and so that dream I once voiced when I was in high school.
Wow.
You know, when you just had you have a new teacher and you're introducing yourself, what you want to become. And I remember when I said it out loud, I said I want to be an actress. They all laughed me to scorn, including the teacher, by the way.
Have mercy.
Like, you, and you can't even talk. You can't even talk in a crowd. You know, that kind of thing. So it was all a dream, and, you know, the way how it turned and just kind of connected is amazing. So
Wow.
I didn't expect any of this.
Sounding like Biggie Smalls. It was all a dream. Yes, but the dream came through.
Look at that.
Talk to us about the journey. You know, Delia, like myself, we like to start at the start. You know what I mean? So tell us about the beginning. How did it all begin? And you mentioned earlier the dream from where you're from. But when did you say, all right, let me start this acting thing, or let me try it at all? Was it in school?
Funny enough, the dream indirectly included you, Johnny.
Eh? I'm genuinely shocked about that.
No, let me tell you.
Yes.
So when I was in, I think it was high school, and I saw this play being advertised. I was living in Westmoreland at the time, called Cinderella.
Yes.
And I remember I said to my aunt, I'm going to be on TV like that one day doing a play, it was Donisha at the time in that, and I said, I'm going to be on TV, and she was like, same thing. Everybody's like, oh, you're too quiet, you're too this. So it's so funny that when I moved to Kingston, I met Donisha randomly, and it all just came full circle. She said to me one day, I said to her, I want to act, and she's like, really? And so, if you hear of anything, you can let me know. And she said one day she came to me and she was like, Santa City's having an audition. And I was like, really? And I was in school at the time. I was at pre-UA, and I called school today. Yes, no, they know. And I went there and I auditioned, and I remember seeing Glenn Titus Campbell for the first time. I was like shaking. And I auditioned with him, and I remember getting the call, like a few days after, to say, oh, you joined the workshop, because I auditioned for the workshop. And that was, that was happening at the time. And I was so excited. And it started from there. I think I auditioned in the February, and I got my first commercial debut in the June of that same year in 2004.
Yes. Wow, look at that. You never know how you're inspiring someone. I'm telling you, that's why you need to just keep working and doing your best every time.
Exactly.
So you now you were part of the Jambies family, you're part of the workshops. What was that like? You're there with some folks working in that workshop, developing some skills. Did you pick up any?
Oh, gosh. It was a learning experience for me every night. I got to meet Oliver the Great, working with him, working with Glenn. And so that was all a dream for me. So every night for me was a school. So I learned a lot. You know, I didn't know anything about acting. First time I saw a script was when I auditioned for the workshop. I didn't know what was a character, what stage left, stage right, nothing. Completely oblivious. And so that process of the workshop, I entered festival before I actually got my first play. And so that was a really, really good teaching moment for me.
Good.
Right. I got to get that experience. And so I was a little bit more prepared to go on stage for my commercial debut. So it has all been just one big school for me. That has been my acting school.
One of the things, Camille, because I see people all the time and they say they want to act, and I said, boy, there are many ways to do it. You can go the route of Edna Manley. I know for you it was the workshop, and a lot of the learning happened on stage.
It did.
But it happened with some of Jamaica's top actors. What was that like for you? Intimidating? Stressful?
It was a little bit of everything. They were very, very nice and welcoming and, all of that, to be honest. Big up Glenn and Oliver, all forever and ever, amen. But for me, it was more of, I doubted myself. I didn't have a lot of self-esteem growing up, and that's just the truth. And so I didn't believe I could do what, they're doing. And so it was more of me having to tell myself that you are capable of doing this and you belong here. It's okay, Camille. It's fine. Giving myself permission to shine. So it was more from that standpoint. And for me, it also helped me in terms of self-esteem. I tell people all the time, the stage for me, it wasn't just about me giving laughter. It was developing Camille Davis at the same time. This shy, reserved little girl with low self-esteem, really. And so it was a complete development for me as well, the whole process.
Daly mentioned the actors, and you of course, said what you felt about them and how they welcomed you. But you were also working with one of the hardest working teams. I find that Jambies was one of the hardest working companies. They literally had to kind of forge the blueprint for their organization. And one of the directors that I consider to be one of the hardest, one of the best and hardest directors to work with, because he literally puts you as an actor under so much pressure. What was it like working with a Trevor Nairne?
You know what? Oh my gosh, I love Trevor, as we
Trebs.
As we call him. Oh gosh, he's an amazing human being, and Patrick Brown alike. I think I needed that. I needed that kind of work ethic. It developed my work ethic, and so it set a pace for me and a standard that I have to, each time I had to top. And you've both experienced them. You know that they don't settle for less than the best.
Correct.
And so it really stretches you as an actor. It stretches you completely. Sometimes you bawl, sometimes you get vexed, you don't want to talk. All of that, all of those emotions really, I think, build you. That's what it did for me. And so I'm grateful that's where I ended up to start with.
Yeah. So, 24 plays or more. That's a lot. That's a lot.
I never even counted mine.
We'll be here forever, Johnny.
It's a lot. I never ask which is your favorite, because I tell people that's a tough question. Tough, But who are some of the characters that would have impacted you in some way, Camille?
I think obviously Dimples, because I think Dimples kind of introduced me to the people of Jamaica and gave me an opportunity to show myself in its entirety. So definitely that character. Class of '73 was my first time working with Oliver, so that is still one of everybody's favorites.
Listen.
That was listen to me. Oh my God.
When Oliver take the tissue and seal it back.
Seal it back.
I'm not recovered even now. Tell your mama say.
I know.
If she says me, I'm diarrhea.
Can I tell you? And the funny thing is, like, when you know the lines, people quote these lines every day.
No, the moment, they can't forget the moment. Can't forget the moment.
Yeah. So there are those. There's Juicy that I did. That was my first post-baby work after I had my daughter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a different kind of passion going forward. So that was really good. And Love Games, I can't forget that I played a ghost.
Yes.
Mistake.
Yes.
For me, that is definitely a standout.
Memorable characters for sure.
Yes,
as you call the names, I kept getting the flashbacks.
Yes,
you on stage playing them, so that was quite interesting.
Yes.
Camille, you've had a great career. We've spoken about how you started, and of course, the company Jambies that got you to, got you to the point where you're actually on stage. We have a break coming up. We're gonna dig more into the career and find out about the movie and the films and the TV productions that you've also been involved in. We're gonna do that when we come right back. Okay?
Sounds good.
All right, soon come.
This is 94.5 FM.
Listen, I was going to say we're just joining us. We're speaking to the beautiful Camille Davis, but somebody, and them have to pay me, because them say, don't say who. You know how long me send this person one message, Johnny, and they never answer me back?
But
all of a sudden, hey, tell Camille say someone love her off. Don't say who.
Well, Camille won't know because many people...
If me to get them to respond to you, then they're glad.
And Camille, you won't know because a lot of people love you off.
Yes.
I love you guys too. I feel love every day.
They do. She really is one of Jamaica's favorites. Camille, tell us about... All right, so I know there was a point in the career when you decided that, you know what? I really want to do film and television. Tell me about that decision.
It was a decision that I made because I honestly felt that way. Like, people to this day, I get accosted on the road. Friend, like, in a good way. What you have to do with that? Why you leave theater? All of that. And so it's like they don't really understand. And I get it. I mean, being on stage for so long, from so many years, and I guess they're used to and looking forward to me in every production. But for me, it was necessary, one, because that's the truth and fact is I have been working for so long without taking a break. That's the first thing. And, when I tell people all the time, I went for like over 13, 14 years without even having a vacation, they're like, that's not possible. And I'm like, well, yes. So it was necessary for me to just kind of step back. And I feel like I did a lot on stage at the time. And as an actor, who, unless you're really you stick to theater, you want to try other things. You want to wet your feet a little bit, see, expand yourself a little bit. And so I started wanting to do more film, to kind of test myself like, okay, can I do it? That was actually my first love, to be honest. But, I tell everybody, with the experience that I have with theater, if you can do theater, you can do film. It's two different things, clearly, but you build so much as an actor from stage, which is more than just the actual being in front of the camera or on the stage that an actor actually needs. It toughens you up. It stretches you. It's all of those things. And so I wanted to do more of that. So I decided to step away. And I haven't been back. Because in all honesty, I feel like I have done all that I need to do on stage. And it's weird to say, but that's how I feel.
And that's okay.
I want to do more television. I did get a chance to do Bigger Boss, which was amazing, with IT, with the Ellis International, IT and Fancy Cat involved. But definitely I want to do more of that. And I want to do more film. I did get a little part in King of the Dance Hall and, Mango Wars.
No parties, little Camille. No parties, little.
Come on, Camille. That's the lesson we learn.
Yes.
Small parts.
No.
But I do want to do more of that, and I am pursuing that.
Let me ask you then. I'm happy you're there. So you're saying you're pursuing that. Because all of us we're serious about acting in and we're from Jamaica. I'm sure you've been told this, that if you really want to do film and television, then you need to leave. That's something that we all have been told. And the truth is, there is some merit to that. There is some merit to that because a lot of that's where the work is taking place. Hollywood is in LA. That's where it is. New York has its own kind of film movement. But why stay? Because some of us also decided that we're staying, regardless. So why stay?
Because I don't feel like, as a Christian, I don't feel like God is limited. I know that is it makes sense, to do. It's quite logical. But I feel like if you're supposed to expand as an actor, the opportunities will find you. As I'm always say, what is fear can't be unfair, and I believe that. But I know you do have to actively seek. And so it's not as easy as people say. Oh, just get up and go on.
Right.
No.
Right.
Especially if you have a child. I'm a mom of 2 now. A lot of people don't know.
Yes.
Yes.
I didn't know.
Yes. I just had a
Congratulations.
son. Thank you. So it's not as easy.
Hey, you're a boy, mom.
I didn't know that.
Hey.
Yes. One of the things that theater teaches you is to, I'm a very private person.
Yes,
So-
yes.
Camille, look here. So I tell people all the time, I think part of our challenge in COVID, when people were like, you guys need to go on Instagram and you guys need to, I think
Yes, I got that
theater
so much.
people, we've learned to separate our real life
From our private life.
from the drama.
Yeah,
I
private
got that
life.
so
Yeah.
much. You need to be out there more.
So we
You need to
can't,
be-
we
Yes.
struggle. Yeah.
And people think
Yeah.
that all of us are social like that. Not all of us are social like that. We do the work on stage or
And
in
then
front of camera and then we shut it
we
down.
actually crave that, family, quiet, you time.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, we do. And so for me, it's not as easy to just get up and go. And I'm not going to just, I'm not going to just do it like as if I'm, 20 years old, which
Right.
maybe would have been the time. But I really do, there are some things in the pipeline as well. I can't really speak much of it.
Right.
I would love to do more auditions here, but I take it as it comes. But as I said, I do believe that if you're still seeking, the opportunities will find you.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
So
So
Everything in its time.
everything
right
takes
now,
time.
I've also branched out outside of just being an actor. I'm a brand ambassador for Sampars, which is a supermarket, which is really awesome.
All right.
And so I'm being able to use my talent creatively otherwise than from on the stage. It's still in front of the camera somewhat, but just being able to extend the brand, and not just be limited to being a stage actress. So that's pretty cool. And I did something pretty recent since I had my second child. So that hasn't been out yet. That should be out this month as well. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
To see more of that.
I still find it interesting that you said that you think you've done everything that you, obviously it's about you and how you feel.
Yeah.
Because I felt there was a point in my own theater career that I stepped away as well when I said, I'm going to take a break. But I took a break. I didn't, it wasn't permanent. I was like, let me just take a break because sometimes we do need some variety. But there's always, as an actor, I think there's always that role out there, whether it be film, theater, or TV.
Yeah.
That will inspire me. That will say, hey, this is the role that you need to do. Do you get thoughts about that? Do you say
No, that's the thing. People ask me all the time, do you miss theater? No, I don't. And it's no, like there's not one day that I sit down and I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish I was on stage. No. So that's how I know then. That
right?
I tell everybody this. I said my spirit left there before my body did. And so for me, it's no no ill, feelings between anybody. Like, I've been asked to come back. I've been asked, okay, the time you say you'll take a hiatus, you're done.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But it's, humbly and with all love. It's like, for me, I don't feel, and if I do feel it, if I feel it one day, like if it come back and say, I will go. There's no pride or anything like that. It's just that I know what I'm feeling, and I can't go against what I'm feeling. Like I said, my spirit left before my body did. So you know how that go. If the passion gone out of anything, any kind of relationship, and that is a relationship, it's not making sense. And for me, if the passion is gone, then I'm not doing justice to the people who come and pay to see me.
Right.
Yeah.
So
right now, the passion will come back to stage.
The passion will come back here. Where's the passion now?
The passion is being able to just relax a little bit, and two, as I said, I am doing little auditions here and there. I'm expanding the brand separate and apart from film and stage. So I like that. I like being able to think creatively, like, okay, what can I do next?
Yeah.
That shows me in a different capacity. And so I am working on that as well.
Right. Wow. Well, for the fans who want to keep up with you, Camille, because them not see up on stage. So please tell them where them can find you.
Look here. I know something called Instagram. Yes, follow me at I am Camille Davis on Instagram, on TikTok.
Yeah. Are you busy? Are you busy on Instagram and TikTok? Do you actually?
I'm not as busy on TikTok as I want to be. As I said, I just had a child, so I was not going to be doing all of that. No, I never felt pressured to do all of that. So now that I can breathe a little bit, I'll definitely be building it a little bit more because it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
So as I said, there are things in the pipeline. There are things that I'm working on as well. So if you follow me, you'll be able to see a little bit more of what I'm doing. And, hopefully something comes out on television at some point.
Excellent. It will. It definitely will.
Great stuff. We miss you, though, I must tell you.
Yes.
Oh, thank
Gotta
you.
tell you. I got to tell you.
Thank you.
All right, Camille. All the best. And say
Thank
hi
you so
to the
much,
kids.
Yes.
I will.
Yeah.
Thank
If
you.
I have to come meet Uncle Johnny, and the other one is to meet Uncle Johnny, too.
I know, right?
Yeah, I tell you.
I know.
right.
One day.
All right, guys, make sure you follow her on Instagram and keep up with all that she's doing. I am Camille Davis on Insta. Camille, always a pleasure talking to you here.
Same here. Thank you for having me.
Every single time. Big up yourself, Camille Davis. Man, what a talent.